Or to this, a suggestion via a channel member. 135 arrests in huge Ohio sting. Shocks everyone. This comes from the channel Hoot Done It. The link will be in the description, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
135 arrests that shook Ohio. Operation Next Door was launched in September 2025 as one of the largest coordinated efforts against human trafficking in Ohio's history.
Police, search warrant, come to the door! You got his hands. You're good, man. Come here, put your hands up.
Led by Attorney General Dave Yost and the Organized Crime Investigations Commission, the operation involved more than 100 law enforcement agencies
Operation Next
working
Door.
together across the state.
The message is don't buy in Ohio. These fine people are on the job 24/7. They're operating all year round.
The scale of the sting underscored both the seriousness of the issue and the determination of
Hey, bro, you're not gonna get away.
authorities to confront it head on.
Don't
Over
run.
the course of the investigation, 135 individuals were arrested. Among them, 103 were taken into custody for attempting to purchase, including cases involving solicitations directed at. An additional 32 faced felony charges related to prostitution, pandering, obscenity involving, and possession of abuse material. These numbers made the operation stand out, not only for the volume of arrests, but also for the wide range of charges and the scope of criminal activity uncovered. The arrests revealed disturbing realities. Offenders included individuals from varied walks of life,
Okay.
ranging from professionals to those already on offender registries. The operation demonstrated how trafficking and exploitation networks operate openly within communities, often with little outward sign of criminal behavior. Authorities emphasized that the name Next Door was chosen deliberately to highlight that such crimes can occur close
Anywhere,
to home,
right.
sometimes involving people who appear to be ordinary neighbors. The unprecedented scale of the crackdown sent shockwaves through Ohio and beyond. Rescued, survivors found. While Operation Next Door is remembered for its record-setting arrests, its most important outcome was the identification and recovery of survivors.
Okay.
Authorities confirmed that
Good job,
67
guys.
potential victims were located and referred to care, marking a crucial step in protecting the vulnerable individuals directly affected by exploitation. These referrals connected survivors to medical treatment, counseling, and long-term support programs aimed at helping them rebuild their lives. Among the most significant rescues was a 14-year-old girl discovered in Northeast Ohio. Her recovery highlighted how predators often target who may already be in vulnerable situations. In another case, a 17-year-old missing girl from Cleveland was found living with a registered offender. The discovery underscored the dangerous environments into which exploited can disappear,
Guys, keep your kids close, because they're a bunch of weirdos out here, bro.
often without immediate detection. Authorities also reported an adult with developmental disabilities who was transported by a suspected trafficker into a sting location, proving that individuals with cognitive challenges are also
Yeah, they're
prime
not-
targets for
right,
exploitation.
right.
Each of these rescues
They're not safe.
showed how trafficking is not limited to anonymous victims, but can affect and adults within familiar communities. The survivors recovered during the operation serve as reminders that behind every statistic is a human being enduring trauma.
Right.
By prioritizing victim identification and support, the crackdown not only removed offenders, but also created pathways for recovery. The hidden evidence behind closed doors. Beyond the arrests and rescues, Operation Next Door also uncovered physical and digital evidence that will shape ongoing prosecutions. Authorities executed 9 search warrants in multiple cities, including Cleveland, Toledo, and Akron. These searches targeted
Wait a
multiple
second.
cities, including Cleveland,
Okay, so here's the funny part, guys. Right, that bottom image looks like, in fact, Toledo, specifically in Spain. It's slightly south of Madrid. I'm almost positive because they have like the same spelling. So I'm guessing whoever made this video was like, yeah, bro, that's definitely, hold this one at the bottom right here. You're like, yeah, that's definitely Toledo, Ohio. Are you crazy? Look at that. Guys, that is in fact not, bro.
Toledo, and Akron. These searches targeted
Pronounced
massage
differently.
parlors, private residences, and associated businesses that investigators identified as fronts for illegal activity. The warrants revealed the extent to which trafficking and exploitation can be concealed within seemingly ordinary establishments. During the raids, officers seized over $62,000 in cash, which investigators believe was tied to illicit operations. In addition to money,
Obviously.
law enforcement recovered mobile devices, computers, and electronic storage units suspected of containing evidence of solicitation and exploitation material. These items are being analyzed by forensic teams to strengthen criminal cases against those arrested. The seized property also included business records and documentation that could reveal broader networks or patterns of organized trafficking. Officials stressed that the evidence not only supported current charges, but also opened doors to further investigations. By targeting physical locations and collecting digital records, authorities built a comprehensive case that extended beyond isolated arrests. The coordinated strategy showed that traffickers often operate in plain sight while attempting to mask illegal activity within legitimate businesses. The shocking faces of the arrested. Operation Next Door drew national attention, not only because of the number of arrests, but also because of who was arrested.
Okay, let's get it.
The
Let's do
sweep
it. Let's do it.
exposed the disturbing reality that individuals from trusted professions and positions of authority were among those seeking to exploit others.
Yeah, we're about to be discussed. Was that a church? Hold on.
One of the most shocking arrests was that of a 76-year-old Greek Orthodox priest taken into custody.
Oh, guys, don't you have enough problems, bro? Why would you do that? What's wrong with you, bro? Like you're like a pillar in the community, if that makes any sense here, guys. Right? I wonder what the people that worship with him feel about this here, guys. Because, geez.
For solicitation. His involvement underscored how exploitation can intersect with roles that are often associated with morality and leadership.
Right.
A teacher from Cleveland Heights was also arrested, raising concerns about individuals with direct access to
absolutely
engaging in criminal behavior.
Yeah, you'll never get a job
Adding to
again.
the gravity of the findings, a federal defense attorney and a former police officer were implicated, demonstrating that no profession is immune from this issue.
Right, no.
In total, 135 people were arrested statewide. Of these, 103 men were charged with attempting to purchase, often through online platforms or undercover meetings set up by investigators. The remaining 32 faced felony charges, including pandering obscenity involving possession of abuse material and compelling prostitution. Some offenders were already registered offenders, while others had traveled from outside Ohio, willing to cross state lines in pursuit of exploitation.
Yep, that's
Diversity
a super
of
felony.
backgrounds among those arrested revealed that trafficking demand cannot be confined to stereotypes.
Right.
Offenders came from different
Absolutely.
age groups, professions, and socioeconomic standings. What connected them was their willingness to participate in a system of exploitation. Operation Next Door dismantled the illusion that communities are insulated from such crimes, showing instead that perpetrators can be neighbors, colleagues, or community leaders. Why it's called Operation Next Door, the name of the sting carried a message that resonated far beyond the arrests. Attorney General Dave Yost explained that Operation Next Door was chosen to remind the public that human trafficking is not a distant issue. It is happening within familiar communities, sometimes hidden in plain sight. The branding of the operation reflected a sobering reality. Offenders and victims are often found in the same neighborhoods, schools, and workplaces
It could be
as everyone
anywhere.
else.
It could be anywhere.
Public reaction to the operation underscored the weight of that message. Many Ohio residents expressed shock that individuals from respected professions, including clergy and educators, were among those arrested. The revelations challenged assumptions about who traffickers are and emphasized the importance of vigilance in everyday life. For survivors and their advocates, the sting reinforced the need for ongoing awareness campaigns that focus not just on rescuing victims, but also on disrupting the demand driving the crimes. Officials have highlighted that the operation is as much about education as enforcement. By giving the crackdown a name that draws attention to proximity, authorities hope to encourage communities to look more closely at the signs of exploitation and to report suspicious activity. The phrase "next door" was not chosen lightly. It was a call to action, urging the public to recognize that trafficking is not hidden in far-off places, but may be unfolding just beyond their own doorsteps. The fight against trafficking is far from over. Although Operation Next Door delivered significant results, officials have been clear that the arrests represent only one chapter in a much larger fight. Trafficking networks adapt quickly, and law enforcement expects that many of the cases uncovered in September 2025 will lead to new investigations and additional prosecutions. Survivors identified during the operation are now beginning long-term recovery processes, supported by social service providers and advocacy organizations. Attorney General Yost and other leaders have emphasized that the next steps involve ensuring convictions, holding offenders accountable, and preventing new cycles of abuse. Prosecutors are preparing to bring forward evidence gathered during the raids, from seized cash to digital files, to build strong cases in court. The impact of these prosecutions will ripple across the state, serving as both punishment and deterrent. The sting also highlighted systemic issues that extend beyond Ohio. Online solicitation platforms, organized criminal groups, and demand from seemingly ordinary individuals all contribute to the persistence of trafficking.
Yeah, guys, so we're done with this video here. I'm going to leave the link in the description. It's like 1 minute left. It's fine, though. We're starting to kind of repeat ourselves here. Here's the thing. This thing can happen, like this type of thing can happen anywhere. And I mean that completely here. How does it happen? Social media, I'd say, probably is how things are probably happening these days, because people, allow their to be online talking crazy, posting crazy videos or videos that they think that, for example, before some young person specifically has a full understanding of what is acceptable and what is appropriate to basically post on the internet. Okay, they post a lot of crazy stupidness on the internet, and they shouldn't be on the internet. Let's just say this year. I would love to go back to the time before, like, the masses of the youngs specifically, like, had social media. I think social media is like to our detriment. Obviously, it was happening before, but it was a lot more. I don't know. Like, you weren't crossing state lines because you didn't know what was going on. If that makes any sense here, not really. But nowadays, social media is a problem. All of these online things, let's say, where people are also offering like massages. Okay, those guys, of course, there's exploitation everywhere. All right, and can it be anyone? Absolutely, anyone, any age. You get what I'm saying here? Any profession, guys, it can be anyone. Careful. All right. Make sure you take care of your kids specifically. All right. Always watch what they're doing. Always check their stuff. They have no freedoms. Freedom? No. Freedom. You can have freedom when you're an adult. All right. But other than that, I'm here to, in fact, protect you from all the absolute crazy out there. But all right, guys, listen, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Operation Next Door was absolutely an amazing name because, again, it could be anyone. It could be your neighbor. You don't know, bro. You don't live inside that house. You don't hear what goes on at all. Right? But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. And again, the name of the channel this video came from was Hoot Done It.